What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Redemption with Jaden. We are back finally with some actual gameplay with Israel's inheritance cards. And I mean, I guess last week I did have some Israel's inheritance gameplay with those playtest videos that I posted, but those were from months ago, and the cards weren't even the same as they are now for the most part. So those don't really count, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching some of those, maybe getting a little bit of insight into the playtest process and how that looked. What were some of the decks that we built and the thought put into those, and a lot of it is just very set heavy. I think you notice that especially in those games where I think they were somewhat early on in testing, where it's like you're testing this theme as a whole and not necessarily like specific cards, how they play into certain existing themes. Although there was some of that, like one of the decks that I built was the post-exilic and Edomite deck. So kind of seeing how the new Edomites would pair with post-exilics, which aren't really a top tier offense at this point, but they did benefit a bit from having the banish synergy from Edomites. So that was definitely something to try out and at least explore in the playtesting range of things, I guess. And I do apologize that those videos were all just the raw footage. I was thinking maybe I would go back and do some editing on those and then re-upload them. I guess I had uploaded them, but they were unlisted, so they weren't accessible unless you had the link, so that the other playtesters and elders and whatnot could watch those and get some ideas for how things might need to change or what's too strong or whatever for playtesting purposes. But yeah, I did not get a chance to do that, and I was traveling last week, so it was a little bit of just like a desperation. I don't have anything else to upload, so let's just make those live now that the set is officially out. It's on Lackey, it's on the retail sites and all that, so that is exciting. And now that it is back, we are getting back into the Lackey Grand Prix tournaments. So we are now on to Lackey Grand Prix number 17, which I believe we have 16 players in, which is pretty cool. So we're going to do the typical 4 rounds, and then top 4, top cut, I believe is the plan. And this week I decided to start out with a not really an Israel's inheritance theme necessarily, but I did want to build a deck around a few of the new cards, including the new fall seasonal promo, which is not part of Israel's inheritance, of course. It's a promo, but she's also came about as a part of the Israel's inheritance update, and so I I mean, ever since I saw this card, I did know, like, kind of vaguely or like generally that okay, I want to build a deck around this, and I want to see how we can make it make it more impactful than it already is. So, Queen Tahpenes, an Egyptian queen, her ability is negate a card or draw one. If blocking, reveal an opponent's hand or discard pile. You may discard the top X cards of their deck. Cannot be negated. X is the number of brigades revealed. So a few things to notice here. Negate a card. That's pretty broad, so you can hit their protection fortress or lost soul or hero, whatever is protecting their hand, deck, discard pile, whatever. Then if you don't need it to negate anything, you could just draw one. So from the get-go, like even without the rest of the ability there, that's not a bad ability to have on a character. Like negate a card or draw one cannot be negated. So you can negate a hero, negate like a John the Fisherman or something. Like I've been talking about Temple Thieves in Thieves defenses, or I have talked about it and how I feel like it was kind of underrated, at least by me at first. And then as I started using it more often, I was like, okay, I like this ability. Like negate a card cannot be negated. That's just a very solid ability to have on an evil character. Now you have the option on her to draw one, and then the additional part, if blocking, you get to either look at their hand, that's hand information that's useful as you're blocking. It's more useful before you put a character into block, but still it's good if you're deciding between if you need to play Scattered for the cannot be negated battle winner, or if Better to be Slaves is going to go through and get you more value. So that's useful. Or you can look at their discard pile or reveal their discard pile, and then you discard the top X cards. You mill their top X cards, which is the number of brigades revealed. So it's good brigades, evil brigades, any brigades, neutral brigades count, although they overlap with good brigades. So they don't double count if you have neutral brigades and good brigades, but brigades on neutral cards do count as well. So that's worded similarly to Matthew, and I think maybe it was kind of a spite sort of Matthew, kind of a balancing effect in a way. Where, I mean, I guess, of course, you could be playing Matthew and Queen Tahpenes in the same deck, and Matthew was actually in, the pool of cards that I was whittling this deck down from, and he didn't end up making it, but I think, in a different universe or, different style of the deck, he surely could fit. But when I first saw this, I was like, okay, now how can when I first see any card like this that has some kind of powerful effect, some kind of unlimited X, or some especially some kind of mill effects, which I think is just kind of fun. How can we break this is kind of my one of my first thoughts. And so when I saw this, I was like, okay, how can I give my opponent cards with a lot of brigades and just make that X enormously huge, as big as I can get it without counting on them to have the multi-brigade cards in their deck, because a lot of people have been a little bit scared because of Matthew and haven't wanted to play very many multi-brigade cards. And so I think she, on just the face of it, like, of course, people still these days will get 4 or 5 cards with Matthew against most opponents, and still getting a cannot be negated mill 4 cards. That's pretty good on just a block. And but I didn't want to settle for just that. I think that's good. Like, I think she belongs in most pale green defenses, but how can we abuse her ability to the fullest extent? So I was looking at ways, I guess, to give my opponent cards, and particularly the ones with a lot of brigades. And one of the ones that came up was Jehoiakim Puppet King, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, you can just give opponent a card from hand. It can be any card, so could have could be a rainbow good enhancement or something. That'd be 9 brigades. Rainbow evil card would be 7 brigades. And I saw this, and I wasn't even paying attention at the time. I sent it in a group chat with, I guess it was with the people that were staying at the Airbnb at Nationals. We were talking about it there, and I was like, oh, just use this guy. I didn't even realize until later that same evening that when I was looking through cards, or I think I was just putting cards away, and I came across Jehoiakim, so I was putting away some brown evil characters, and then I read his ability again, and he says, may band to an evil royal human at the end. And I was like, oh, that's perfect, because Queen Tahpenes is an evil royal human. So not only can you give them the card to set it up, like I was thinking, oh, you're gonna have to use Shield, but have to have like her in hand or something, and then a pale green evil card in your discard pile, but have her in hand so you could have Unity still, or you use Murderous Command to add her to battle, or like a banding enhancement like Lurking or something. Like, I thought you were gonna have to block with him and then use something else to add her to battle, but no, you can just block with him, give your opponent a card, and then band directly to her. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. And It was I think it was Brian, who was also in that group chat, who first he posted like, "Oh, here, just use unified language," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense." I mean, would have gotten there eventually. I would like to think that unified language would be the card to give your opponent because it has all 16 brigades on it. So if in Magical Christmas Land, my opponent attacks me on turn one and I have all the pieces together, Jehoiakim Puppet King can give my opponent a unified language, ban to Queen Tahpenes, and reveal my opponent's hand and then mill their top 16 cards. That that's pretty close to half of their deck at this point in the game. If you're at 50 cards, maybe you hit a few Lost Souls or whatever, but that's a third to half of their deck, roughly, in that first turn or two there. And so I was like, all right, this is that would be pretty cool. Let's try to build a deck that's more like as consistent as I can get it, to get all the pieces together. And I think I got pretty close. Like I'm sure there are some other things I could add that would help, but between Malachite Slave, the Deceiver, Murderous Command, the Dread Lost Soul, Darkness, of course, Lawless, I have quite a few ways to get to the evil characters that I need. Queen Tahpenes, being Egyptian, of course, works well with Murderous Command. Malachite Slave is also Egyptian, so you could get out Jehoiakim or Queen Tahpenes. And the Fallen King actually kind of works as well, because you can play an evil royal female from deck. And so if you have Jehoiakim, you can ban to the Fallen King, put play Queen Tahpenes into play, and then you have to add her to battle with like lurking or something. But that's it doesn't quite work right away, or like it takes a little more effort. But basically, just getting them out so that the pieces out so that you can pull it off sooner rather than later. The one downside with Queen Tahpenes, which I think it makes a lot of sense why it is the way that it is, but she does say, if blocking, reveal an opponent's hand or discard pile. So you don't get to do this in a side battle, which, of course, is where I'd love to pull off all the combos. It just makes it a lot easier to have a more controlled battle to activate abilities in. But she is cannot be negated, so that does make things a little bit easier, but Jehoiakim is not, so got to work around that. So the defense that I kind of put together to work around this, I've just found some synergy with Brown and Queen Tahpenes. I mean, there's definitely some Brown and Pale Green synergy with like Better to Be Slaves. Scattered is good. Foreign Horses is good. But Vashti just kind of worked well. She bans to an evil OT female. The Fallen King I mentioned. Foreign Wives, of course, being a queen of Israel and Judah, so evil royal female as well. So just a lot of synergy with the evil royal females, and the Fallen King works well there with the CBI banding is kind of cute, and it just works well. And then I have I figured since Jehoiakim is a king of Judah, then I might as well try to get some synergy with like kings of Judah and gates of Jerusalem. So I've got Amaziah the Just and / the Arrogant in here. Amaziah the Arrogant is actually pretty sweet. I mean, like, is basically like Herod the Great, who's definitely one of the strongest evil characters in the game. But the benefit of him, I guess, is that he's got smaller numbers, and so you could choose a hero that gives you initiative. Usually with Herod the Great, you just want to choose a hero that will die when you activate Herod's Temple, but here you can choose a hero that gives you initiative, and then you can play something after that. Like if you choose a hero in an off brigade, and then you can land a Better to Be Slaves. That is pretty good. And then just like Herod the Great cannot be negated, Amaziah cannot be negated in a decent amount of the time. I guess like a lot of people are playing Lost Souls to make tokens. Harvest is also still around, so I feel like that's a reasonable expectation, I guess. And it's just if a meek Lost Soul is in play, so even if it's in your opponent's territory, that still works. And then Manasseh the Wicked normally is just going to be banding to an evil warrior. Occasionally maybe top decking a Meek Lost Soul. We'll see if that comes up. Maybe a little foreshadowing there. But I just, looking at the Kings of Judah, he just kind of seemed to make the most sense because I really wasn't focused on Meek Lost Souls, and he also has reasonable utility as a hero as well. And so that is part of what helped me decide what I wanted to do with the offense as well. And it actually just worked out fairly well, fairly naturally, because there was another combo from Israel's Inheritance that I kind of recognized when I was looking through the cards, and it has to do with Gates of Jerusalem, so it just kind of works out well. I've made this deck previously, or a deck previously, I guess, that was the Grapes Gate deck, where basically, it's, the once per battle, if a King of Judah is defeated ability lets you add a Meek King or Evil King of Judah to battle. So because the wording is just is defeated, not defeated by an opponent or by an opponent's ability, like most triggered add a battle abilities are, then this works when you remove the King of Judah by your own ability. Excuse me. So defeated, or a character is defeated when it's removed from battle by an ability, not necessarily just your an ability by an opponent, but still defeated even if it's by your own, because of cards like Assyrian Survivor that trigger off of your own Death of Unrighteous. Discards your character. They're being removed from battle by an ability. Except one that exchanges with another hero. That was something that, or another character, I guess, that had to be clarified, that Angel of the Winds exchanging to another hero in your deck does not count as Angel of the Winds being defeated. So anyways, Gates of Jerusalem, working with Grapes, basically you discard their evil card in battle, you shuffle all characters in battle, including your King of Judah, and then you choose not to start a new battle. Even if you have the option, you choose not to end the battle to begin a new one, but you can then trigger Gates of Jerusalem because your King of Judah was defeated, and then you can add a Meek King to battle, and this is the same battle, so your opponent doesn't have an opportunity to re-block. So as I was looking through the cards in Israel's Inheritance, I realized that Call to Prophecy kind of works the same way. It does have Unity, Rescuing Heroes, OT Green Prophet, so there are a very limited number of Kings of Judah that it actually works with, and by limited I mean I'm pretty sure it's only David, and it has to be either this David Giant Slayer, or the Green David from Roots, because it has to be an OT Green Prophet as well. So that one's fairly limited, but it does kind of have a similar effect where you banish this card to shuffle all cards in battle. If you do, you may end the battle to begin a new battle. We're not going to be doing that. And I honestly didn't really register the last part of this ability, regardless of protect abilities, during this game. It was only like during the I was watching the video of Babooni Tim's game against Red Wing, and he was using Red Wing was using a Green Prophets deck, and he played this against Emperor Claudius, and I was like, wait, like Claudius is protected from dominance. Like, how did he do that? And then I saw in the video, I was like, oh, regardless of protect abilities, okay, that is on there. So that's that makes it even better than Grapes, working against the Herods and Emperors that are protected from dominance. That can be kind of pesky. So basically, you attack with David, they block, you play this, you get to add a battle with Gates of Jerusalem, because you're going to choose, you're not going to end the battle and begin a new one, you're just going to keep the battle the way it is. And so basically it turns out to be like an Angel of the Lord, except it takes care of all the evil characters in battle. And so I thought that was kind of fun to build around, kind of cute. I don't think it's anything like particularly exciting or game breaking or anything, but it was just like kind of the perfect opportunity to use that, since I was already kind of leaning into the Kings of Judah theme on defense, and I was like, well, let's just let's just build the offense I'm rounded 2, and I can use some of the new purple cards. Of course, I need mostly Kings of Judah, so I kind of brought the best of the best from those, because I need some meek kings to add to battle. But I did want to get some of the new stuff in there as well. So we've got Azahel in there who can exchange for David. So when I've got Called to Prophecy, I thought that would be kind of fairly important to have ways to get David out, quickly-ish, which is also why Throne of David is in there, why Zion is in there. I mean, Zion just makes sense because I've got almost Unity royalty on both offense and defense. Got Azahel, Ira, and the Deceiver, and then a couple of guys or a few characters in reserve, and I guess Malachite Slave that are not royalty. But other than that, I mean, and these guys, Azahel, Deceiver, and Malachite Slave probably aren't going to be staying on the board anyway. It's really just going to be careful about Ira, but I thought that his ability it felt like it made the most sense outside of an actual, David's Mighty Men offense. It just seemed kind of strong. So I don't have that many weapons really. So that was something that he was in there, and I had more weapons initially, but eventually most of them got cut. But I still think that the Snatch Spear and Joab Spears are decent, and then also just the fact that he can grab a good OT enhancement from reserve, which I have a good plethora of here. A good number of options was a nice ability to have. I could see this coming out for something else, or for maybe just to make space, because the deck is at 51 cards right now. But I don't want to cut too many heroes. I don't know. I do have a decent number of ways to get heroes out though. So, and these two are dual alignment, so they work both ways. But anyway, I just wanted to try out some of the new stuff. Bathsheba is nice too, especially when you've got David. You can kind of help set up the Call to Prophecy play, make sure it'll go through. They don't get like an Uzzah block or something like that. So they choose the blocker between Bathsheba and Snatch Spear. It's actually makes it so that the combo will work out a little more consistently. And then also I wanted to have enough meek heroes to make Solomon's Dream worth it, just so I can help get things set up. Also, you might notice that I have the good the heroes separated from and I have the characters first and then the enhancements. I usually have them separated by alignment, but I wanted to make sure that Tahpenes wasn't covered up by my face over here. So that's why I did that, in case you're wondering. I also, you'll notice, I mean, Foreign Wives, Reverence Not, and Lurking, they're all decent cards that haven't seen a lot of play lately with Matthew. But I think because of the style of this deck, really the only thing I don't have consistency to get very easily is Unified Language. And so if anyone has any suggestions, first of all, on how to get that out more quickly, I'm all ears. So far, it's basically just Lawless and Crowd's Choice. And I want to be able to do it on turn 1, so Reserve isn't as much of an option. But if I didn't have Unified Language, then I wanted to have some other multi-brigade stuff that I could, settle for, I guess, because still hitting 10 cards off of the top of your opponent's deck, that's pretty good. It's 9 good brigades and 7 evil if you give them a multi-brigade card. And so, that plus whatever they have of the other alignment, it's probably going to be at least 10 to 12 cards, more or less. So I felt like that was still pretty good. Anyways, that is pretty much the deck. That's what I got going on. There's one sort of nombo to watch out for if you're going to play the deck, which is I am running Lawless in here, and I'm running Uzzah in the reserve. So if you do want to get an Uzzah block eventually, try to give away Lawless as early as possible. But I just wanted to have a little bit more consistency. I don't know. It was Covet initially. Maybe that's still better, but I mean that could catch you off guard too, especially or if you take a New Testament Lost Soul from your opponent's deck and then Uzzah, but doesn't work for that anyway. So I just figured Lawless would be good. Give me a few more chances at hitting the combo. So yeah, that is the deck. We are going to be playing it, and by we I mean me. I'll be playing it against Jay Chambers for round 1 of Lackey Grand Prix 17. He, I was a little bit disappointed in Jay, not gonna lie. Sorry, Jay. But I already kind of mentioned this during the game, anyways. I was hoping he was going to play something new, something more exciting. Israel's Inheritance just came out. I can't really give him too much crap because I'm not really playing that much Israel's Inheritance stuff. I've got some of the purple stuff, but it's not really a II theme. But I am trying out the new promo too, and trying to make that work. And I'm playing a Kings of Judah deck for Pete's sake. So I was kind of hoping he'd play something a little more new and fresh, but he was kind of justifying his decision with the fact that there wasn't a whole lot of testing. It felt like of some of the newer stuff, or I don't know. He kind of explained it at some point. I don't know if that was before or after I started the recording, but anyway, if it's in there, you'll catch it. But he's playing a GoC deck, and it's whatever. It's still an entertaining game, um, and I still enjoyed it. Uh, maybe didn't go exactly how I was expecting it to. I don't know. I'll stop talking. But anyway, I just want to give you a little insight into what he's playing. It's a like GOC good stuff, sort of with like the disciples, a little bit of empty tomb, and the Bethany heroes or Bethany trio, similar to his nationals deck except without the Nicanor. And then he was still playing the Herod's defense with I believe with Emperor Claudius and like some Emperor stuff splashed in for Denarius and all that. So um, yeah, definitely some not something new, and feel free to flame him in the comments if you'd like, but you got to finish the video first before you decide whether or not you actually want to do that. So wait towards the end. All right, before we get into the game, we do have some special exciting things going on over at our sponsors at Your Turn Games, because champion decks are now officially back. The top 3 decks from Nationals 2024 are now available, and currently they're $25 off. I believe, let's see, that ends October 14th. So if you're interested in getting one of the champion decks over at Your Turn Games, you can do that. They're right smack dab in the middle of the homepage, and you can see that the top 3 decks actually cover the first, second, third, and fourth places at Nationals, because the first and second place decks were virtually identical. So you can go here and you can see the whole deck list laid out, and then you can also see a few different options for the deck. You can buy it either with New Jerusalem and Angel of the Lord, or I mean, in some cases they're just going to be different substitutions, I guess, for the regular versions of the deck, I guess, or the kind of where it as or was initially, or how it was played at Nationals, with the Second Coming and Three Woes. Or you can get it with New Jerusalem and Angel of the Lord, and then you could choose to go and get Second Coming and Three Woes separately from the fundraiser, because the fundraiser cards still aren't being sold by the retailers. They're just being sold by Cactus on the fundraiser Square site. So if you are wanting to go and get them, I believe that maybe there's a link to that. Yeah, if you scroll down a little bit, Andy's got links to Second Coming and Three Woes on the Cactus Fundraiser Square site, and you can go ahead and buy those for a discounted price. If you buy them here, it's $100 extra to the deck. They're both $50 cards, well, or more, I guess, but you would get them both for roughly $50 each, through buying the champion deck. And so there's a lot of well, there's the deck list. There's some explanation on card choices and all that. You can check out the YouTube video. It's linked here somewhere where Tim and Jake go through and explain how they're the how the deck works, some of the choices that they made, and also it comes just like a contender deck with all these fancy um, other like game products, like the deck box, the sleeves, a custom playmat. Wow, I didn't know that he was doing that too. A custom playmat. That's pretty cool to come with the deck. Also some 3D printed custom tokens and some dice. So this is a great deal. It's like, yeah, he said $75 in value, completely free, coming with the deck. So that is pretty cool. The third place deck also, you know, not definitely not the best deck out there, but I heard the guy who was running it was pretty cool. Um, and in this case, instead of Second Coming and Three Woes, you could get it with New Jerusalem and Vain Philosophy. Those are kind of the budget options that you could then replace with Second Coming and Three Woes if you wanted to. And then the fourth place deck by Jeremy Chambers, which going to be very similar, I guess, to the deck that you're about to see because Jay and Jeremy ran um, fairly. I think they were almost identical, maybe not exactly, but pretty close to identical decks. And in this case, Jay was not running the Widow's Tables and Nicanor stuff. I'm not sure what all he replaced for that, but you could probably do the math when you watch the video. And yeah, the rest of it's going to be pretty much the same. So if you like the way that the deck you're about to see my opponent plays out, then this might be a good choice for you. And it's definitely going to be a competitive deck even into the next, this next season. So it's not a bad choice if you're looking to just get something competitive right off the bat. They are, they do have a fairly hefty price tag on them if you're, used to typical redemption price points or how much you typically would spend. But given the value that you're getting, I think that these are a great deal for sure. If you were to buy all these individually, then it would be quite a bit more. It's like 20% or more off of all these cards. So great way to just jump right into it if you're new to the game and you've been playing with the starter decks for a while and you want to just get something like you kind of feel like you have a good grasp on it and you want to get something that's going to be competitive right away. This is a great choice to just dive right in. So that is all I have for Your Turn Games. We, of course, are thankful to them for sponsoring this channel, and you should go check them out. Give them your business and get some Israel's Inheritance cards or some champion decks, or maybe both. And with that, let's go ahead and get into the game with Jay. Ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Oh, it's so big.
I rolled a 5.
I too rolled a 5.
Okay, second roll, I rolled a 2. You rolled a 5.
All right. Well, what do I do about that? I think with you not having souls, right? No souls.
No souls.
I don't think I mind letting you go first.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so I'm not going to use a star ability.
Cool. I too will not do any starring.
Okay,
I
dread
will
for you.
I will do some dreading, which I think we're going to grab this guy. We're gonna send. I think we
And
just send this card back. Yeah,
for all of those who will be watching at home, I don't know what this card is, but you do.
that is true. because
All
you
right,
don't
my
need to know what
turn.
the card is.
That's true. All
uh,
right, my turn.
yeah, take us away.
We're gonna go crowd's choice to deck to the victorious being.
Seems good.
If I can find it. I'm still not used to looking at these cards. Okay, so there's victorious being. I'll discard this crowd's choice. I'm going to go in with the victorious being if you have no objections to this.
That seems fine to me.
I will draw one off victorious being and I will go to deck. I will go to deck. I will exchange to the woman with child. She will go get resurrection, and I'm going to just immediately throw it down because it's how Dom Initiative works.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to I'm going to play Joanna and Bethlehem Stable. And then I'm going to band to Joanna, to Martha, and to Peter. So we're going to start triggering abilities. We'll shoot Martha's reserve ability at the current moment because it's at the same speed as all the other things. So
Mm-hmm. Um, Question is, do I need this card right now or not? Um, yeah, let's reserve this Amaziah.
I don't know what you're doing. I will play Herod's
I was,
Temple from deck.
I was kind of hoping I wouldn't know what you were doing, but no, it seems clearer and kind of lame, to be honest. So,
It is lame. I'm
yeah.
gonna flip Joanna the Generous and draw two.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I get to trigger draw or band abilities. Simon Peter will band to a disciple. He'll band to John the Fisherman. He'll draw another two. Martha has no Lazarus to band to. This is my attack.
Cool. And you didn't draw any lost souls in all of that?
No, but you have
Sad.
Slave, so you're gonna give me one.
Um, Maybe. Ugh. Because I could just try to block, which might be easier if I don't block with him, which is weird. Could do both. That seems like a waste. Maybe. Hmm.
I
Um.
mean, just giving freebies worked for people at nationals.
Sure. Whatever. We'll thin the deck out a little bit too. Malachite Slave.
Cool.
He is going to exchange for the Fallen King. It's going to be a King of Judah. Who will ban to this Foreign Wives. And I believe you have drawn 5 or more cards this turn.
I've drawn exactly 5.
Yep.
So my
I
initiative.
almost reserved Foreign Wives. I was like, I bet he's got John. He's gonna draw 2 more. It is your initiative. Go ahead.
I'll play Spirit as a Dove to search my deck for Love One Another.
Hmm.
You get initiative, or do you? Yeah, you do.
I believe I do. I can toss something. Let's see.
Yeah.
You're tossing in 2 ways.
One way,
Uh,
but
oh, because you did
you
not
did,
reveal with John, right? Yeah, okay.
but
Doesn't really matter.
but yeah. If Joanna tosses, it doesn't really matter from there.
Right. All right. What you got? Go for it. I'll pass.
Love One Another, CBN, make them both teal.
Yep. Wait. Oh yeah. It's meat clay cards, so that is. Oh yeah, that is too. Okay. Well, that's kind of lame.
Yeah, it is. It's lame. It's very lame.
Did you just not want to play with the new stuff, or what's going on here?
Oh, I mean, I have new stuff in here.
All right.
Um, so fundamentally, we did not play test any of the old stuff until late season last year, and I thought that was dumb. after reflecting back and looking at nationals. And so I'm like, I'm just gonna like start out like, doing the bring out the dinosaurs thing and see what happens, because why not? Also, I just have this dumb card in my hand, so have fun.
Bring out the dumb stuff. The dinosaurs. What? I'm
I
confused.
don't. I have no idea. There's a Nazareth. Have fun. Your turn.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay. Well. No lost souls. That's nice. I will not use any star abilities. Hmm. Oh, that's interesting. Fallen King works on offense as well, so I could attack with my two teal heroes. Um, I will put down a Gates of Jerusalem.
It's
Uh,
also funny because it works with that too.
yep, that it does. Um, I guess I will have to play Evil Three Woes on that Nazareth.
Nazareth is winning at life as of right now.
Yeah, yeah. I can't go to reserve yet, so let's put down Asahel Swift-Footed. I will play Faith of David as my territory class enhancement for the turn. And I will go to battle.
Okay.
Let's attack with Mr. Swift. And we'll
Ooh,
exchange to.
Big
uh,
Papa Abishai.
Maybe. I think that actually might be better. Or I could do that. Oh. No, let's just do it this way. We'll do Hezekiah. And I will convert him to Meek. And I will take Zion from my deck.
Which still surprisingly works right now.
Synergy. Woo.
Okay, so you have 4 brigades.
Sure, yeah.
I'll block with outsiders and draw 4.
Cool.
My initiative?
Mm,
Think so.
well, I mean, there are
I,
things that I can do.
well, would you like to do them, sir?
yeah,
Free shot.
yeah. Just drew 4 more cards though, which I don't like. Um, sure, what you got?
I will play reprimand, repercussion to negate Faith of David and withdraw Hezekiah the Devout.
Um, okay. Yep. That's cool.
Well, I
Um,
just played. Are you gonna add off anything?
no, I am not.
Oh, it's a Meat King. Okay, never mind.
Yep. Otherwise, that
All
would
right.
be cool. So
Yeah.
I'll play Zion since I can, and Nazareth is negated. Playing it as a site. Um, I wish that Hezekiah could play the art or the site or fortress, but I guess playing the artifact might be too good. But that would have been nice. I will do. Maybe I should have waited till next turn. I could have thought about it a little more, but let's take. Let's do Jehoshaphat, and I think with that I will pass the turn.
Okay. Back to basics. Draw 3. Okay. Let's see here. There's no gospel heroes I would want out of my deck. So that doesn't do anything. Okay. So upkeep phase, Beth stable. Let's go grab Magnificat. Let's activate for Drachma Coin on Peter and draw some cards while we're, just playing Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
3, 4. So
So,
gonna activate.
did you put Lost Souls in your deck? That's the question.
I did. This is kind of impressive.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
I assure you, I have them all. Okay, we're gonna activate New Covenant to go to reserve to take the Great Commission. And then we're going to drop Judas Iscariot. And then we're going to go Angel from the Sun to reserve to Bartholomew. Bartholomew is going to reveal a good dominant from hand to reveal Second Coming to search your deck or to make good gospel enhancements cannot be negated. And then I'll flip him to Meek to play a soul from my deck. Do I want to play one from my deck? Yeah, why not? I want to prove that I've got them. I will play my Harvest to make a soul token.
Cool.
I'll give you a soul token. This one's a Harvest token because I didn't put those in there.
Wow.
So yeah, this is my attack.
Oh, that's the wrong one. I've got one somewhere. Where'd it go? Oh no. Huh. Okay, well, this is kind of funny. Sure, yeah. We'll try to punish you in case you don't have a way to stop this. I'm gonna top deck your harvest token.
Okay. So I'm getting it.
Uh-huh.
And so I will play.
So just to clarify, if you negate this, does that bring the token back, or is
It does. And the reason that I know this is because I remember asking Marcus about this ruling and thinking it sounded really stupid.
stupid
But
that
if you do negate the top decking of a token or the blinking of a token, the token does just come back, even though it doesn't make much logical sense based on how tokens work. I am cool with you confirming that if you want to.
I'm just trying to think of what it was then that like made that not the case, or like because I remembered like because the tokens kind of vanish, and then
Yeah, the tokens vanish, but
yeah. So so like 2 weeks ago, Marcus said once a token ceases to exist, it's no longer in deck to be returned to play. That was in regard to Sheol being negated after underdecking a token.
that's weird. I've had it ruled the opposite way, so I guess that doesn't work. So, okay.
So unless that was more recent, that
It was not, it was older.
okay,
Okay.
cool.
All right. So it doesn't come back. That's stupid.
I just all right. I like the uh, I just find it funny. All right. I don't necessarily disagree that it's weird, but I just the way the situation worked out. It's like where you decided to go to your deck because you could, and then I punished you for it. Not that you don't necessarily have another way to generate a lost soul, but you know.
I don't have another way to generate a lost soul right now, so.
Oh, good. You want to take the mutual then?
Okay. I'm not taking the mutual. I'm going to kill this stupid card because it's ticking me off.
Cool.
So
Go for it.
I will play the Great Commission
Mm-hmm.
and convert you because I can.
Yep, and it's up to X. You want to convert your outsiders too?
No, thank you. Okay. Well, stupid thing is stupid. That's how it should work. It just feels stupid.
Yeah.
Because at
Yeah.
some point, someone ruled it the other way in a game I played.
Hmm.
So, or at least I thought they did. I don't know. I just remember at some point I said that they vanish, and someone said they didn't, and I was mad.
Well,
So,
I just consider that your punishment for playing GOC in the right after inheritance became legal.
yeah, well, have fun. Your turn.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not playing a lot of inheritance, but
Hey, souls.
yeah, we got souls at the wazoo. All right. Um, so I think we do that while we can. Let's do this star ability on Jotham. And let's top deck the storehouse. And then I will trigger prosperity. Going to discard something. Oh, that's harder than I expected it would be. What brigade did you convert Manassa to again? Or I should. Is it also teal?
No, he's blue.
Okay, cool. Hmm. Badly.
Would it make your life easier if I said I just wanted to Son of God prosperity?
I mean, I'd suppose, but it could matter if I draw another lost soul that would stay in play.
That's true.
I will think just discard this guy that I grabbed last turn, but don't really need him now. Hey, look, lost soul, another lost soul. See. All right, so that's for you.
And you got to do
Then I
lawless.
gotta do lawless to reveal to all at top 6. That's another lost soul in play. And gives me a Queen Vashti. So those on the bottom. Then I will make a token.
And I will
actually
then.
no, I want that token. I want it for me. Okay, and then I get a disoriented trigger, which I guess will put on Nazareth just to make you think a little bit.
Okay, I'm going to do the Son of God on the prosperity still.
Okay. So I get Jehoshaphat back, and then that goes there, and that goes there. Alright, and then I go to upkeep, and I have a woes trigger. That's it. Yeah, we'll keep it on Nazareth. I just like my searching too much. Alright, then I will prep phase. No, I'll just play Solomon's Dream. Go to deck for a good card. I will grab. I think I just still want this storehouse. We'll go ahead and put the storehouse down, and then I will go to battle. That's cool with you.
Sure.
Let's do Jehoshaphat. Going to bounce the wives. Ban to Jotham. And I will convert him to Meek. We'll go grab. I think That's not really going to be helpful. I guess we'll just grab Amaziah from reserve and then ban to a meek hero. Let's do. Which one of yours do I care about resetting? Probably not Peter, so we'll ban to Peter. Alright, that's my attack.
Okay. Activate Herod's Temple.
Sure.
And we'll reserve Life Through Christ, and then I will block with Herod Agrippa negating Faith of David.
Well, that's annoying. Just had to have him too. I guess he had Herod's card, so it didn't really matter. Alright, I will pass.
Pass.
Cool.
Not really.
Yeah. Huh. Should have grabbed that one. I guess I will pass the turn.
Draw 3. So I drew Disoriented. I want to use Disoriented on Faith of David.
Okay. Wait,
So
did I put my Disoriented on your Nazareth and then keep my 3 woes on your Nazareth? Yeah, I did.
yeah, you did. Good call.
Did that. Alright. Cool.
Beth Stable to Lost Child Found. Okay. We're gonna, let's see here. What do we want to do with our life? We'll activate New Covenant to go to reserve to take Convincing Miracle. We'll play Golgotha to take Herod's Executioner. We will play Lost Child Found. And no, we won't. Okay, let me think now for a hot minute. You have Foreign Wives in hand. So drawing is not in my best interest at the moment. So going to activate Temple Veil. We're going to bounce Joanna. And then I'm going to present Joanna into battle and not convert her.
No convert, so just Joanna tossing the next, huh?
Yep. We have a Queen Vashti and Foreign Wives in hand. What else do I know that's in there? Some random good card. Anyway, what you got?
I will. Let's try this. I will block with the Deceiver.
Okay.
He will go to deck for Jehoiakim Puppet King. And he will not give you anything, so you don't deserve anything. But I will ban Herod the Great. And I guess I can't choose any of your gospel heroes, huh?
Woman with child it is.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very advantageous to me. I think we'll just hmm, yeah, maybe that was the wrong choice. I guess I don't think one with a child makes sense here. So, we'll just do these two fellas,
All right, my
and
net.
I think I will ask for dominant initiative.
Sure.
Yeah, let's play grapes. I'll discard Mr. Great. Shuffle
Okay.
the rest.
All right. So I'm going to play Second Coming to get Son of God back, and I'll take your Disoriented.
Cool.
Um, and then I will play a Meek Mary of Bethany, and I will play down a Herod's Executioner because you know it's there. Your turn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Upkeep. Got some things. Let's do storehouse. I think I'll grab. Let's do Joab spears. And woes will move over to your temple. And I think
So
that's
you're
it then.
negating Temple with the Woes.
Yes, sir.
So we're both under Nazareth.
Um, I've got a storehouse that's protecting my stuff.
Cool.
But you are under Nazareth, yes.
Cool.
Then I will go to battle. I would like to attack with Jehoshaphat. I will bounce my Jotham. I will ban to Jotham, convert him to Meek, take a. Um, hmm, got a lot of stuff. How good is that stuff for me? Let's do a gathered together. And I want to ban to Peter again. Um, nah, you can keep Peter this time. Oh, I forgot to do that. Oh, silly. All right, no band. What you got?
Okay. So you have like 5 brigades in play, something like that.
1, 2, 3, blue, teal. Yes.
I'll block with Outsiders and draw 5.
Cool.
I'll draw Prosperity. I'll discard Denarius to Prosperity to draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get initiative?
Let's see. I believe that is a yes, because you are 5 and I'm 7. Yep. Go for it.
I'm going to play Contagious Fear and reserve Outsiders.
Mm-hmm. And don't think there's anything I can do about that. All right. Cool. Mm-hmm. Let's put Joab's spears on Jehoshaphat. And I will put down. Let's put down the Vashti. And I'll pass turn.
Okay, I'll draw some cards. Draw 1, 2, and 3. Here are those lost souls we were talking about.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
And then I trigger my. Well, I guess you get to do yours first, but it's like.
Just give you a lost soul token, or give me a lost soul token, I guess. The rest of them are just drawing souls, and I don't want to trigger those.
Cool. I will give myself 2 more lost soul tokens.
I'm going to play Lost Child Found to bounce Simon. I can bounce 2 things for myself, so I'm going to bounce Nazareth and Mary of Bethany. No, Peter. And then I will bounce your
Zion.
No. I'll bounce your Gates of Jerusalem, I guess. Doesn't really do anything.
Cool.
Okay.
Doesn't really
So I'm
do
gonna play
anything.
down. Play my bounced Peter. I'm going to use Temple Vale to bounce Mary of Bethany. And then I'm going to cry because you have Humble. Play Augustus. I'm going to play Lazarus, Joanna. Okay. So we're going to attack with Peter, who will flip himself to Meek to play a non-existent fortress to ban to John the Fisherman, revealing 3 woes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you have drawn what, 3 cards
3
this turn?
cards.
Yep. Which of these helps me? Not much. Alright, I guess I will block with Amaziah the Arrogant, and I will choose Mr. Judas to attack.
Okay. So Judas comes in. We are tossing next enhancement. So
My initiative. And
is he negatable at all? What is
no,
his
sir. Cannot be negated if a meek lost soul is in play.
cool?
Yeah,
Yeah, you get to toss. Go for it.
cool. I will toss this unified language.
I don't know why that's in your deck other than to give me and then like cream tap me or something. Okay.
It's let's just say it's in there for a reason that has no meaning anymore.
Let's play this Authority of Christ and see what happens.
Alright, I will negate that and we'll capture Judas.
I will play a good 3 woes on that because I don't like it.
Yeah. Um. Yep. I suppose that's what happens when you have all the cards. You can have a lawless.
Okay. I will discard the Victorious Being. I don't see it being super relevant from here out. I will discard.
Wait, hold on. So kind of similar situation before. If I capture Judas, the Ray of Christ is discarded. Does it reactivate then? When you negate go into captivity?
No, it doesn't. Let's walk that back. Because I'm going to change what I'm going to do then.
So Judas is captured then?
No, I need to keep myself to this woes. So yeah. So the woes is good. It's on the thing. Judas is not captured. Authority
Sure,
is
yeah,
not
yeah,
active.
yeah. Okay, I see.
So
I think yes, it is your initiative.
I will play Ride On Victoriously and throw a Meek Bartholomew into. Well, wait. Do you have a big Meek? No, Meek Bartholomew. We're not going to get cute. What do you have?
Okay. Well, I guess in that case we'll play this one. Ugh. I captured Judas. You get to. Or no, I've got Storehouse, so yeah, it's fine. So
Did
I
you
don't.
give me a soul? Did you give me a soul? You did. So I'm gonna
Oh
pull it
yeah,
back
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so I capture Bartholomew and um, Herod 1 and Executioner, and then I draw 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I got. I like this outcome better.
This is stupid. I'll die. I'll discard Nazareth, I guess. Pass the turn to you.
All right, draw my 3. No stars. Upkeep. Storehouse. We'll grab Valley of Salt. And woes will stay on the temple. I think I will finally activate an artifact this game. Do Book of the Law. I will bounce Manasseh. And we'll put Gates of Jerusalem back down. Let's do Covenant with David as my territory class. We'll get out this throne, finally. And I would like to I guess we do that. Make sure we can do the things that we want to do. Yeah. I'm gonna play a good crowd's choice. Go to deck for David Giant Slayer. And I will go to battle. Let's go with you.
Sure.
Let's do the Giant Slayer. I will negate an Emperor Augustus and draw 1, which is darkness.
Okay, I'm gonna block with Herod's Guard. Am I allowed to do things?
Nope. I'm going to play Called to Prophecy. Or you weren't planning to exchange, right? You were just.
Nope.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to play Called to Prophecy. We're going to shuffle all cards in battle.
Okay.
I am not going to begin a new battle, but I will trigger Gates of Jerusalem to add Hezekiah the Repentant. Ta-da!
Cute. I don't think that should work, but
I don't think I got a
does that
trigger
work?
on Book of the Law,
Does
but
does that work with grapes too?
yes, sir.
Cool.
That's what I was gonna say. I had to play it defensively, but do I get a soul? Oh, you
I
did.
gave you
Okay,
one.
you got me. All right, I got one. Hooray! I'm now at 9 in hand. I will discard this reverence and awe and pass the turn.
Okay. Draw my one. Okay, we're gonna go with Mary Bethany to Martha to Lazarus converting Mary Bethany.
Okay. So you restrict evil dominance, or wait, do you still restrict evil dominance when she converts?
Yes, she does.
Okay. While she's in battle. And then my hand's
I'm fairly
protected.
positive that that does not undo her.
I assume so
It could.
too. If it matters, we can ask. Okay, so you're negating evil cards. And we have the same number of cards in hand. Alright, I will block with Amaziah. I will not choose a hero. Is it my initiative?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm gonna play Glory.
Mm.
Now what you got?
Don't think I have anything to help me here. Not a priest. Okay. He'll die. And you
Cool.
can have Lawless again.
Cool. Not gonna give me Executioner?
Yeah. Save him for a rainy day.
Okay, I'll play Virgin Births to go to reserve and take Simon the Zealous.
Cool.
Your turn.
I will draw 3. Do I want to do that? No. Well, sure. Why not? I think I've got a guy in there. I'll top deck a good king from deck. Oh. Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, let's do Asa. And then upkeep triggers will storehouse. I will grab a Royal Parade. And Throne of David. I will look at my top 4. Looking at my top 4 with Throne of David. I can take up to 1 top deck or underdeck the rest. I will. So we'll take Asa. And we'll send the rest to the bottom. Okay, so I did Storehouse, I did Throne, I did Woe, yeah, I'll keep Woes on Temple. And let's see, your guard is a 5/4, so I have to be lower than that. Yeah, okay. I will use Book of the Law to bounce the Fallen King. And I will go to battle.
Okay.
Let's attack with Jehoshaphat. I will bounce a human in a territory, which will be Jotham. I will discard Joab's spears to take out Archelaus.
That just pegs Archelaus.
Yawn.
Okay.
And then I will not banned.
Okay. I am Herod's guard. What do you have?
I will Yeah, let's try. Yeah, I guess we'll do this one. We'll negate and discard you. Oh wait, no, I guess you were preventing the next good card played, aren't you? No, cannot be prevented. Huh. I totally thought about that.
I can die.
Alright, do I want to draw 3? I think I just take your new covenant. I think that's better. This
I'll
point
give
in the game.
you a hopper.
Cool. And I will put down this artifact, which I guess I could actually use as an enhancement. But that's okay. I'll put down Bathsheba. I will put down the Fallen King as Judah. And I will put down Asa, down Jotham, and I think we hang on to that. Let's put down Manasseh as evil. And sure, we'll put down Wives as, evil as well. So that's the only choice with her. Then I'll pass turn.
Okay. Beth Stable, take The Child is Born. That thing. I will attack with Lone Lazarus.
Lone Lazarus, convert to meek, negate evil cards. Got 6 in hand. And he is Clay. You're up 5-6. Guess I will lock with Vashti.
You're an ish.
I will play Descent against Moses. We'll go to reserve for Deserving Scorn to reserve Lazarus.
One under decks, but we can do
sorry,
that.
underdeck this card, or reserve this card, underdeck Lazarus, yes.
Pass turn.
Alright, draw 3. Upkeep, Storehouse, reserve, we'll grab Deserving Scorn. And Throne of David, look at my top 4. Let's grab Snatched Spear. Those on the bottom. And then Woes will stay on Temple. That's it for upkeep. Let's activate Book. I will bounce Manasseh. Now let's put Snatch Spear on Jotham. And I will go to battle. Let's do Jotham, convert to Meek, take Lord goes before you, and I shall not band. I will choose Augustus.
Your initiative.
I will
Good game.
attempt to bounce him.
Good game, sir.
Good game.
Unless you just magically don't have it, but
No, fortunately, I was able to underdecking the. I had neither of them until I drew my 3 cards, and they were both in there because I underdecked the 4 from last turn, and then fortunately was able to find them between drawing and throne this turn. So, well, it didn't quite do the things, but I got lucky on a couple blocks that saved me the game.
well, the stupid Bartholomew misplay saved you the game.
The Bartholomew and the Judas thing, which I mean, I guess it wasn't really a misplay. It was just not that Bartholomew was necessarily a misplay either, because how would you know to expect that? I mean, I guess the other thing is like that's kind of how I got Josh Potratz at Nationals. Was he kind of did the same thing, where like if I had Son of God in that situation, then I get a block that way too. I just negate your harvest.
Yeah. Oh.
So the Unified Kingdom is there for the fun mill 16 cards from your deck and play, but I never found my queen.
No. Yeah, I mean, I definitely threw this game way off that Bartholomew.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't have any other way to block because I think Manasseh was my only evil character there, and he gives you initiative. Um,
This deck is frustrating because it gets 5/4s no matter what.
regardless if it's you or your opponent, or
No, if it wins, it usually rolls.
oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess it probably would have been 5-1 if the Bartholomew play didn't go through, or did go through. Because yeah, I just got the one before your fourth.
Oh, that was stupid.
That's what you get. Play Israel's Inheritance, which I can't really say much because I'm not. I mean, I'm hardly playing it, but I'm playing the new promo and also called the Prophecy, I guess, and some of the red stuff. So
So
you've got Victorious Being. Were there any other and Disoriented? I guess did you like splash in anything else from the new stuff that seemed to fit?
no, I just tweaked my deck based on what I think I needed to do to it.
Gotcha.
I mean, if you were playing something other than like if you were playing something with a protect fort that wasn't, add to battle protect fort, then this guy in reserve would have been pretty sweet.
Oh yeah.
But add to battle protect fort kind of just makes him bad.
Right.
So, I just tweaked what I had. I mean, I think that if I played Angel of the Lord in place of Crowd's Choice, I would have also won this game.
Mm. Yeah, because you crowd's choice for Victorious Being, and then I guess did you have something other than Victorious Being that was good to attack on turn 1? Because then you don't get
I would
Resurrection.
have
So
just top decked the Resurrection off that.
off of
Whatever it is that I did. Like I did John Star to get the Crowd's Choice. I would have just top decked Resurrection instead. And did the direct play.
you didn't do John Star. You didn't do any star abilities.
Oh.
You just did
I'm
Crowd's Choice
remembering
right away to Victorious Being, then Victorious Being to One with Child to search for Resurrection.
Yeah. I still like that line, but I do think that just a straight Angel would have served me better.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you get Resurrection later on, then it saves you some time. But um, yeah, the fact that you had to have the Spirit as a Dove on turn 1 there to get Love One Another, I was so excited when you banned it to John, did the extra draw to get up to 5 because I was close to just reserving Foreign Wives. off of Martha. Yeah, Martha. But it's like, yeah, just in case. But all right, well, I can't really say this is an advertisement for this deck necessarily, but it's if things fall the right way, I guess, then this deck can at least rescue souls and get a few blocks.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, I have quite a few ways to get to at least like these two on turn one, like the Jehoiakim and Queen Tahpenes, but I don't have very many other ways to get to unified language other than like lawless. But that's why I also have like lurking, reverence and awe, and foreign wives in here that I could give to, and not necessarily get 16, but maybe at least 10 or something. So that was kind of the idea, but alas. All right, well, I'll let you get to the rest of your Sunday.
All right. Sounds good. See you, man.
I'll catch you later.
Catch you later. Bye.